Hello, welcome to the premiere episode of Greek Boston TV, the first online show for Greek people in Boston. Sitting next to me is the creator of Greek Boston TV, Mr. Bill Stanitsis.
And sitting next to me, of course, is the creator of GreekBoston.com, Mr. Ari K.
This very first episode is a good one. We, if you haven't heard, had a sneak preview about a month ago for the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding. We not only had a sneak preview that was exclusive to Greek Boston, but we also had the stars of the show there. And this episode basically covers the interview and everything we've done for the movie.
Right. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I'm sure everybody must have seen it by now.
I sure hope so, and if you didn't, you definitely should.
I give it, the Bill, 2 thumbs up.
And if you do see it, you'll appreciate the interview more. And if you haven't seen it, the interview's still good, but make sure to go see the movie.
I mean, I think we should support the Greeks that are doing things like this because we're Greek Boston. It's about the Greek people.
That's what it is.
And Nia was gracious enough to sit down with John Corbett, you know, Mr. Sex and the City actor, to sit down with us and give us a great interview.
Yeah, you will be able to check it out right now. First episode of Greek Boston TV. Stay tuned. What we want you guys to know is after the movie's over, we want everybody to try and stay in your seats because the stars of the movie are going to be here. And they're going to do a little Q&A. You guys could ask some questions and they'll be up here answering. So we want you guys all to stick around after the movie and we'll be starting very soon. So hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for coming.
Gorilla husband, Tom Hanks, and they were like, of course we're going to keep it Greek. Rita Wilson is Greek and Tom has been baptized Greek Orthodox. So they kept it Greek, and I also said to Tom, I said I'd like to play the bride, and he went, okay, and I was like, oh, what? You know, and the reason is, that what they said to me later is, who else? Who else would it be? Would we put Marissa Tomei in that role? She's Italian. And I just thought, they really understand it. So I just thought, let's get the word out. Let's get Greeks in those theaters. And thank you for coming tonight. Did you have any questions at all?
One quick question.
Yes.
Think of any other title for the movie?
They were thinking of changing the title.
How did the movie came to be?
The movie came to be because I did a stage show. I am married to a non-Greek man who got baptized Greek Orthodox. And the story is true. By my cousin Nikki with the big boobs. All that is true. And when I decided to get up on stage and tell these true stories, my friend said, I said, I'm going to tell stories about my family. I'm just going to get up on stage and tell stories. And she said, what are you going to call it? And I went, I don't know, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And she laughed so hard that I went, all right, there's a title. Because you only have to hear it once. And you remember it, and you tell your friends, and you tell your friends. It has nothing to do, I mean, it's not offensive in any way. It just means that the wedding, as you see, got out of control. And my friends thought I was making it up. And then my other friends would call and pretend to be Tom Hanks. You know, all the time. I pick up the phone, hello, and they go, hello, Nia, it's Tom Hanks. And I go, exactly. Yeah, hi, Nia. Yeah, exactly. And I go, oh, hello, Mr. Hanks. And they go, it's Jeff. My friend Jeff from Boston, by the way. Yeah. They get me all the time. And then so when Tom finally did call, Tom, sounds like I'm name dropping, T-Man. Yeah, when he called, I thought it was my friend Brian. So I picked up the phone and I was on the treadmill. And the only reason I answer the phone when I'm on the treadmill in my house is because I was waiting for Brian to call for us to go to brunch. And he said, hello, may I speak to Nia, please? And I said, this is Nia. And he said, hi, Nia, this is Tom Hanks. And I went, yeah, all right. It was Brian. And then it was Brian. And then there was this pause. And then he went, no, really, it is. And then I heard Forrest Gump. I heard it, and I went, there was this moment, I turned off the treadmill, and I went, hi, Tom. Trying to pretend nothing happened.
It was crazy. I went to Greece for my first time to Europe.
Right.
I went to Santorini, and so I had a little taste of the Greek people, and I know they're gregarious and out there, but the ones we had, you know.
So that was your
did you
first
see the movie?
I did.
Were you there last night?
Yeah.
All those. How about all those? Just the extras. I mean, you can't get extras with those kind of faces, and the old people especially.
Yeah, some of those guys had the map of Greece on their face.
Yeah.
That was well done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of those extras didn't even speak English.
No, they were from Greektown. They put up posters in Greektown and said, "Do you want to be in a movie?" And every Greek is a ham. They were like, "I'll be in it." And then my family came in from Chicago and Winnipeg and Vancouver. They just all flew in to Toronto where we were shooting so they could be extras in the movie. You see them actually sitting at a big table at the wedding reception.
You know where to look.
If you see my head, which looks like I'm wearing different wigs, it's my cousins.
Were there any stereotypes you had prior to making the movie versus after making the movie? After the movie?
Not really.
So you didn't really know anything?
I didn't, and I don't even have any now. It's just a great clan of people who love to celebrate.
Right, so that's your impression. People love to celebrate.
Yeah, it is. They're always celebrating something. I don't think we're making fun of any Greek traditions like the lamb on the spit or things like that. This is that's true. That happened to her when the real Ian's parents came over to the house. There was a lamb on a spit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I read somewhere that you were involved in a comedy troupe in Chicago.
Second City. I was part of Second City in Chicago. Yeah.
How was that?
It was great. 5 years. Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah. Met my husband there.
So the movie is pretty close to your actual life then,
Yeah, I took from my actual life and then I turned it up to 11. I have all my cousins that I've ever had, I squished into Cousin Nikki, in the movie. My dad is an amalgamation of pretty close to my dad, and then a couple of uncles I put them in there. And then my mom, I combined my mom and my grandma. My mom doesn't have an accent. She is first generation, so I'm like 1.5. And I just combined so that I could get... What I ended up doing in the final cut is every cousin I have, somewhere in the movie, you hear their name. That's like the one gift that I gave to my family. And every cousin I have is coming to LA for the premiere. Oh, yeah, they're on their way right now. 49 of them are coming. They're all staying at one hotel. They're going to close it.
Are they?
Yeah, they're all staying the Best Western on Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I figured they can go and do tours, see the Hollywood sign and all that.